Well, good morning. Next day, and I'm working on the fuel injection system again. I think today I'm going to make sure that the throttle body fits, and then I'm going to work on running the lines for the fuel and installing the new tank. Hopefully I can get all that done in one day. Um, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, and again, if you like these, please subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Put this safely where it will fall. Now, I need to get these out so I can cut them down a wee bit. That thing's driving me crazy. I put anti-seize on them before I put them in for this exact reason, because I wanted to be able to get them out if I ever had to, and they're coming out fairly easily. I'll probably jinx myself on one of these on the other side. Nope. Came out. My lucky day. Thank you, anti-seize. Alright. Now, I'm going to cut them down about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. What I think I'll do is I'll start the thread, or the screws, or the nuts. Start the nuts, have them down below where I'm going to cut. And that way when I cut them off, I can unscrew the nut and it'll thread back. And if not, I'll get my tap and die set out and clean out the threads. Alright, I'm going to cut these off with my handy dandy hacksaw. About a half an inch down. Let's see how this works out. One down and 3 more to go. I don't think you need to watch me cut all the rest of them, so I'm going to stop it right here and see you when I get done. Alright, they're ready to go. Took a couple minutes, that's all. Now I got the right length. Alright, I'm going to double nut the studs and then install them. And then we'll reinstall the throttle body. There we go. There's one. If you can't tell from me sweating all over the place, it's about 8:30 in the morning, but it's probably, I don't know, 90 something out already. Lovely humidity here in South Louisiana. Shouldn't complain, it could be snowing or something. But like it a little cooler. Hopefully once we get into October, it'll cool down a little bit. Alright. We got the revised throttle body studs in. We got the wires out of the way for the most part. I'm going to try and set this again. I'm caught on something, of course. Alright, now we're good. It catches on everything, but we're going to get it. I think it's hung up on that damn kick down. We'll get it. And it is, of course. Bam! Beautiful. sits good. It looks like my stock throttle will work. That's freaking awesome. So, I'm not going to tighten it down yet. I just wanted to make sure I had it cleared everywhere. And it does. So, my next step is going to be trying to figure out how to start plumbing it up. So, hang out and let me get read up on this and I'll be right back. Alright, I did a little reading and I think I am going to secure the throttle body down so I can get to working on plumbing it up for the fuel line. What I have found is that the side with the fuel pressure regulator is the return, and any of the three other ones can be used as a in or supply line. So what I think I'm going to do is, since my supply line is on the driver's side and I can route it up behind the power steering pump and the air conditioner, I can just bring it right up and I'm going to use that front feed, and then my return of course is going to come out of the return there, since I only have one choice. And I think I might run it down the passenger side just because it will be not as hard, I don't think, to run it back across the engine and down and over. So also the return line should never have more than 3 psi in it, is what the instructions say. So I'm debating whether to run it completely with the fuel injection pressure line, which is good at 225 psi, or to run a hard line. And I'm still up in the air about that, but I think the first thing is securing the throttle body down. But the real first thing is I'm going to take off that kick down lever because it's driving me crazy. So that's where we're going to start. Alright, I'm recording again. Now I'm getting down underneath here, and hopefully this will only take a second. One of these days I'm going to get a bigger garage or get rid of some of this stuff, but I just feel like I need it all. So what the hell. Alright, right there's the kick down lever, and it's just got a little clip on it to hold it down. So I'm just gonna pop that baby off and we'll be cooking with gas. So one momento please, I can't take it off and film at the same time, so that's when alright, I got it off. That was a no-brainer. It just had a little clip. And while I'm down here, I was just admiring my headers that I got from FPA. They fit like a glove. It's got a ding in it, but I did that installing it by accident, you know. But I was able to install them here at home from above, I think. So as you can tell, they're tight, but they work great. So just a shout out to them if you're looking for headers for you. Also, I'm going to film where I put this so I don't forget where I put it if I ever need it. I'm going to put it up on top of this tune-up cabinet. So it's in the video. There it goes. Hopefully I won't forget where I put it. Alright, now I'm going to bolt this puppy up and start the real work. You know, so I got 4 lock washers. I got my nuts over there. It says to tighten it to 5 to 7 foot-pounds, so which is pretty much next to nothing. So I'm gonna just take it easy on it, just you know, tighten it down a little bit without killing it. So here we go. Try not to knock over the tripod. And the lock washer don't fit. right, it's bolted down and it's looking good, and I'm gonna go get a drink of water and then I'm gonna come back. Start working on the... Alright, I got it bolted down, and now I am going to start, like I said earlier, I'm going to run the input line to the front of the throttle body, and then I'm going to leave the return line where it's at. So, I don't have any fancy aluminum AN fitting wrenches, so I'm going to use my fancy pants crescent wrench and try not to mar anything. Ooh, that was nice and not too tight. That's good. And I can do it by hand. Just had to break it loose. And it's got a little gasket on it. So that's one. And it doesn't stick in my magnetic nut pin there, nut job. This is not gonna work. Not gonna work. Guess I can figure out some way to do this without... Okay. It was not torqued too much, so thank God for that. Okay, come on. And there we go. Switching it around and... there we go. I'm not gonna put everything I got into it, that's for sure. It came loose pretty easily, so we'll leave it like that. If I was doing this a lot, I'd have to get me some AN wrenches. Some aluminum. I didn't tear anything up. I'd hate to tear this up since it's such a show winner. Just kidding. I'm gonna dry this. Okay, I think that's tight enough. Don't need to get medieval. Alright, so we got that done. The next piece in the line is going to be an adapter with a fuel pressure gauge. I think I need some Teflon tape on this particular one. Not on the AN, but the NTP threads on the actual fuel pressure gauge. So I am going to go do that. And here's the part number I used from Earl's, as you can see, and 1002-00 ERL. It's got an adapter right in it so that I can come off of the input and then not fit into there. Well, ain't that a... Oh, look, it doesn't fit. So I guess I'm gonna have to get an adapter. Good thing I wasn't trying to drive this to work tomorrow. Another great job of ordering by me, but you know, I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna cry. I'm definitely gonna have to come through and tighten everything up, but... And I got the wrong size AN fitting too. Ooh, thing's way off. What was I smoking? Smoking crack. Alright, that ain't gonna work. That's no bueno. No bueno at all. So, all right, so evidently someone's got the order mixed up a little bit. So I do have the right size. I did order the right one. I just got an extra one in there that was bigger. So I don't have the fuel pressure gauge, but I do have the fitting, so I can at least get the fuel sending correctly. And get the piece of line cut correctly. All right, so I've made my first connection. It just fits right in there. It's got a barb on the end, and then you put these fuel EFI fuel clamps on, and then you got a hose. I haven't cut the other end yet because see how much I need. I really think I got 20 feet of hose, not 40 feet like the kit said it was coming with, but that should be enough for me to make it work anyways, because I'm planning to do hard line. I sort of was thinking about doing just rubber return line, and I said, nah, better just do this the right way. So I need, I think, to cut it square right about here. That's scientific. I don't want to cut it too short, so I'll cut it long. Bada bing, bada boom. So there we go. I got it cut. Now I can route it down the way I want it to go, which is basically the same way that I had my mechanical fuel pump trace down through here. If there's anything on the other side, I'm trying not to yeah, that's where I want to go. Right down through there, and this can come right through there. Doesn't hurt anybody, not in anybody's way. Got a pretty good straight line coming in. And yes, I'm going to go back and tighten all this stuff down once I get all the fittings made up. But right now I'm just getting it where I need it to be. I got to get that fuel pressure gauge worked out. I might have cut the hose too long, but it's better to be long than too short. I'm going to have to take it down below. And all I need for the bottom is, because it was the original supply line to the carburetor, and it's 3/8 and it's barbed. I think I'm good to go. My screwdriver, there it is, and the clamp, and we're good to go. So this is my line. This is the right there is the feed that it's got to go to, so I'm going to turn you just a little bit. And as you can tell, it was it's 3/8, and it's already fit it for fuel line. So all I need to do is cut the line, put this clamp on, and we're good to go. So I don't want any sharp bends in my line, and I don't want it too near the headers or anything, so we're good. I think I'm gonna have to cut it right about there, and then it's away from belts, it's away from the motor, it's away from everything. And I think my arm's in the way of you seeing that. So try not to cut my finger off. Try not to get banned. There we go. Put it so I can get to the screw. Put this on here. We definitely don't want to have a fuel issue, so I got that past the second barb, and so I'm going to put the clamp between the first and second barb. Like I said, I'm going to tighten everything, then go back through everything, and before I fire this puppy up, once I pressurize the system, I should be able to see if I got any leaks anywhere. And supply side appears to be installed. Alright, I think I'm going to work on the return line a little bit. And I've been thinking about it. I think I'm just going to go with the fuel pressure, the EFI fuel return line, just a plastic. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to put it up along the frame rail, so like I said, it should be fine. I'll see what I can do. I decided to at least begin working on the return portion of the fuel lines. What I think I'm going to do is get this started, and then see how much I need to get to the back of the car, and then I'll cut it. And then I will get underneath and see how hard it would be to install the hard line. So that's where I'm at right now with it. Don't want to make it too difficult, but at the same time, I'd like it to be safe, since myself and my family would be riding in it. So I think, having said all that, I think I have enough line to send her back that way. So that's what I'm going to do. And rather than cutting it right now, I'm going to allow it to go the full length, and then we'll cut once we decide what we need to cut and how we're actually doing it. So it's a lot of stuff. The hose to connect to the wire so that it'll come down here and keep the O2 sensor wire away from the headers. I'm probably hearing all kinds of shit out up there. But there's a nice channel that runs along here. I need to get up at the top, make sure I'm not pulling on anything I shouldn't be pulling on. It would appear that I've got a good routing there. says not to make giant bends. I think that's a gradual enough bend for the return line especially that it won't be an issue. And then I can probably keep it away from all the heat by tie strapping it right there. A zip tie right there, and then I'll have another one down at the bottom, and I'll be able to run the oxygen sensor line and zip tie it right to there so that it won't be highly obtrusive. And then the hose, I'm sort of the opinion that I should probably do a hard line once I get it down here. So I'll probably end up doing that, but not today. Just wanted to make sure I had enough hose. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. It's Sunday. I got a lot done this weekend. Probably not enough, but you know, work a full-time job, and I got other stuff to do today, like grocery shop and all those mundane things that you got to do every day or every week. So probably work on it a few nights after work this week. I want to try and get it done. I'd like to take it to cruise on the coast over in not Gulf Shores, but Biloxi, Mississippi in 2 weeks. I'll take a bunch of video of that. That's pretty interesting. There's usually 10 or 15,000 cars there, muscle cars and so forth. So that'll be something to look forward to, and I'll post that. But again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, please subscribe, and please hit the like button. It helps, you know, and I'm trying to grow the channel, so if you can help, that'd be great. Thank you, and hope you have a great Sunday.